Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going from Aizawl Lathan area to Serchhip district. I am traveling in a Maruti 800 without air condition. So yes, it is very hot, but that's the option we have. So over the next 28 minutes, I will be sharing what we see, like farmland, villages, and the untold history of how people used to travel, and today's road story. So at the end, we reach Serchhip town, close to our government guest house, which we are going to stay. And of course, I'll tell you why Serchhip is so special. Before we start, I have something to say. History and culture are very sensitive topic, and I have done my best to gather accurate fact. If you happen to notice any incorrect information, I sincerely apologize in advance and welcome your kind corrections. On that note, let's get started. As we drive, you will see hills, patches of cleared farmland, and small villages. Farmers here work entirely by hand, so there is no tractor or modern machinery involved in the farming. So because of that, farming is done manually, and you can imagine that how hardworking the farmers and the people of Mizoram. So as we are moving forward, you will see the view is very peaceful and the hills look very green, because just before we started, few days ago, it was raining here, and that turned all the hills into very green. All the greenery has started, though it is the rainy season, the monsoon season has started, so the more and more greenery will evolve here throughout this total 2-3 months. Until December it remained green, and then the fall started. So till then the view is very nice, going to be very nice. And before 1990, most of the route from Aizawl to Serchhip was unpaved, like traveler would walk on foot or use ponies or porters. When road began appearing under British administration, it was more for military access. So they have built the road only for militaries. They are not meant for the local travelers. Later, they are upgraded into longer routes like NH 54, but through much of the 20th century, as I heard from people still hike days to reach neighboring villages. So when I discuss with the traveling time and everything with the local people, they used to say it is a matter of around 3 to 4 days. They have to walk and take a station during this travel, like in a multiple villages. So even a decade ago, from Jwangin, another village, the road were still gravel and bumpier. Fulin was the village where tarmac finally began. I would like to say that pronouncing Mizo English, the word written in Mizo, is slightly different than English pronunciation. So my sincere apology if I am pronouncing any village name or persons or place incorrectly. That's how I thought to pronounce. There might be they might not sound as good as supposed to be. So my sincere apology on that part. So let's continue. Thenzawl, there is a bridge we are going to cross, named Thenzawl village. So there is a Thenzawl bridge is another spot going to cross. Keifang river is the main source of irrigation of farming land throughout this area and until the Serchhip district. So this is the main river, I would say. We are traveling in a car and I have no option to stop the car because it's so hot and I don't want it to disturb the journey. Because of that, I don't stop my car to take a proper view. So I will try my best to show the river and the bridge. This river is also a source of sand. So this river also the source of sand, which is used for construction. So I heard there is a lot of contractor they used to take out the sand from this river. So that's another thing I have encountered during my travel. We passed by dozens of small, clean, quiet villages. Many are litter free. Again, I would say the people are so aware about hygiene, even though they are not educated. Those are living in the outskirts, they may not be highly educated, but they are very aware and very sincere about maintaining their own garbage. They don't litter around. It's very difficult to see littering around the road, unlike other states of India which I have traveled. The roadside, mostly people throw their garbage or they expose. I mean, they may discard their scrap there, but that's not the case in Mizoram, even in our northeast. So most of the northeast states are very clean. I really like this type of behavior, and I'm very proud of local people. Those follow the rules and regulations very seriously. And on my way there are few villages which is very popular, and I can see the boards like Seling. This is the very small town around 38 km from Aizawl. It's known for resting point for traveler back then. There have been small shops and tea stalls, so the traveler they can take rest and consume something on their way. Keifang is another village, especially for a farming view. So most farming terrace and things, I mean, in terms of view and scene, it is more popular. And then another village called Thenzawl. This place was popular for waterfall and handloom industry. I will talk about it more later in the part of this video. Puan is another cloth female used to wrap around. It's a kind of a wrap. The puan is differ from one state to another based on its color and design. So the wrap you see in the northeast states of India, as well as you will see in Vietnam, Bhutan. So this part of people, they, especially the female, they used to wear as a skirt, but it's a cloth. So they wrap around and name as a puan. So that's another thing I learned about when I was interacting with my family members or my friends. A notable stop was Baptuang village, around 40 km from Serchhip town. One of the most fascinating thing about Baptuang village is that it was once home to the late Ziona Chana and his extraordinary family. Why it is extraordinary? Let me explain. Ziona was the head of the world's largest family. Yes, correct. It's a world largest family. He have 39 wives, 94 children, and 33 grandchildren. And on top of that, 14 daughter-in-law. So altogether, 180 members in the family. Interesting fact, they all living together in a massive 4-story house called Chuantharun. The house itself is like a small colony with over 100 rooms, separate kitchens, and organized system where everyone has to play a role. What even more interesting is that the harmony in which they were lived and worked together on their farmland. The family is running a very small carpentry shop as well. The Chana family is also part of a Christian sect called Chana Paul. They are well respected in the village for their discipline and community service. So if you search about Chana Jeon, the name is Jeona Chana. So if you search about it over the internet, there you can find few videos. Some of the local reporters or other people as well recorded their interview. So it's quite a big family, you will see. On our way, Sailam is another village and Kwanglung Wildfire Sanctuary, known locally for conservation. This area, the Sailam area, is also a home for a very special bird called Hume pheasant, the state bird of Mizoram. So in the Sailam area, you will see this bird. It's very beautiful bird. I have seen the pictures, so I will put the picture on the video to give a quick view of this bird. This particular bird is medium-sized bird with a long tail and striking chestnut brown and metallic blue feathers. The fact about this bird is the name. So the bird is named after the wife of British naturalist Alan Octavian Hume, who first described it in the 19th century. Sadly, it's a globally near threatened species because of habitat loss and hunting. So spotting one in the wild is considered very lucky. Mizoram has been actively protecting these species and villagers around this area like Salem. Salem play a big role in keeping its forest safe so the bird can thrive. Again, go back to the roads story. Roads were a bigger problem in the past. From early 2000, the state and central investment converted these roads into NH54. So as you can see that on our journey, the roads are very, very good. I traveled in a different states, and all the NHs, the roads are pretty same as other NH, which is a state. The quality of road is very, very good. And now, comparing back then, like 4 to 5 days people has to take to travel through Serchhip to Aizawl, and now it took only 3 to 4 hours, 412 kilometer distance. So that's the amazing for me to hear about it. Little bit history about Serchhip. The name called Serchhip. It settled in 19th century, which was part of Aizawl rural block. It became its own district on 15th September 1998. As of 2011 census, the district population was around 64,000 with literacy at 97.91%. Yes, you have heard it, 97.91%, making it officially the highest literacy rate in India at that time. So Mizoram is one of the states where literacy rate is very high. The sex ratio, if I talk about, is 977. My pardon. 977 females per 1000 males. This number is really big number compared to another states of India. Population density was low, just 46 people per kilometer. Over this area is scattered over around 1400 square kilometer. Town population, if I talk about, it's around 21,158, evenly male and female. The name itself has a meaning. The name Serchhip is believed to mean as a citrus on top, referring to the citrus tree on the original hill where the village stood. Again, why Serchhip is so famous, and there are few attractions. One of the district top attraction is Thenzawl Fall, the highest waterfall in Mizoram. It drops around 750 feet near the Lau River south of Thenzawl. There is a viewing tower for a panoramic experience. If you are visiting, then you can go to this tower and can have a better view for this fall. Another modern thing is paragliding. Since around 2012, the Chuan Nui plateau between Serchhip and Keifang village host takeoff events and even international accuracy paragliding championship of 2020. Nearby Thenzawl town has grassy hills and serve as a gateway to many day trips, while the Kwanlung Wild Sanctuary 35 kilometer area is protected forest home to the diverse bird and wildlife species. There is another historical site that include in this attraction is Joluti Hariyatrengna Lung, a memorial stone honoring Aizawl, a young Mizo girl captured and killed by British in 1872. Her death ignited early resistance, and it's remembered in local history. So if you are visiting, better to visit that place as well. Little bit I will talk about the agriculture fact. Agriculture is a central here. About 70% of the workers are cultivators or farm laborers. Major crops include rice, maize, sugarcane, pulses, vegetables, banana, pineapple, passion fruit, and oranges. So these are the main crop they grow here by themselves. Serchhip district won the Mizoram cleanliness. Serchhip district won the Mizoram cleanliness competition by 2023. Villages like Ningathiang, Baktwang, and Chitlang are nationally recognized for hygiene and clean living. So let me summarize all the fact. For literacy rate is about 98%. State is totally dry state, so no liquor sold legally, officially. Roadside littering is almost non-existent, hardly to see. As I have seen in my previous vegetable market video, you see before and after market, and you will believe on my word. If you visit Waktwang, you might have hear stories about Joanna's family. So we are almost reaching to Serchhip district, and we have just left from my grandparents' house, where so many relatives have already gathered for the upcoming wedding. That's happening because tomorrow and day after tomorrow we have a wedding ceremony, and I am heading. So for now, I am heading to the high hill area where two of my brothers, they grew up here. So along the way, I have been hearing so many childhood stories. Honestly, childhood is the best time of the life, and for them, way uphill, we passed a fire station, which, according to my brothers, they say it is more than 50-year-old, and this is the first station on Serchhip. So there were two cars already on a standby, and as we can see on the building, there are like all the employees, they are already staying there. So that's very old building for them. So there is a two branch of the road you can see from here. The one going uphill and then one going as straight. So the uphill one we will go in a later part, because this is the way we have to go for our guest house. So right now we are going toward the another side of, because there is a helipad. So according to my brothers, they say this area was originally developed or occupied by military. So this is the Kent area for army, Indian army, and now they have moved their base to somewhere else. So the area still remain there in the in a same condition. So this particular area is not actual Serchhip. The original Serchhip town, means the actual Serchhip town is around 1 kilometer away from here, and this particular area is called New Serchhip, which is extended or newly developed area. So people start living here very recently, like another few years, like maybe, I don't know. So they have created this helipad. So they flatten this mountain top and make it for the army access only, and now it's like not a restricted zone, people can go and see. So we go there and see, like you can see the view is like amazing for me, and honestly I really love this area. Whether it's mountain, forest or beaches, these places, I don't know, they have very magical aura. So whenever you go and visit all these places, your negative thoughts, your tiredness, your negativity or dullness, whatever you feel like, it absorbed by them, and you automatically feel energetic, happy or positive. I heard about these things before I ever visit any mountain or seaside. So I am living in Singapore, and often I visit seaside, and since I start visiting Mizoram, the mountain, I can feel that aura, that the positive energy they provide. So it's good to visit sometimes. Now we are moving toward downhill, and there is an interesting story regarding one tree in a downhill, which we may not go today. It's already been late. So my brothers say there is a tree which has so many childhood ghost stories. So the tree was known for ghosts, and nobody visit this area after 6:30 or 7 on early days. Not now, because now they have the road. So the tree is still there, which maybe I'll go later on, but not now. So finally we have reached our guest house. This is the building you can see. This guest house is only used by government employee staff. I mean, they only can book this. So luckily my grandparents, they are government employees, so they book for us, and one room they accommodate around 3 person. So this is how it looks like. The full guest house, like 3 to 4 room, we already booked because of the wedding. So this room, one room, 3 beds are there, and on your surprise it costs only 300 per bed, which is really cheap, which is very very cheap according to the location. It's on the top hill. The view from here, the air coming here is like wow. So we are going to stay here for another 3 to 4 days, and I will try my best to cover more and more for this another part of the blog. So for sure, tomorrow and day after tomorrow there is a wedding, and which I am going to attend and recording the video for that ceremony. To watch this video, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please consider to subscribe and hit a bell icon button so that you can receive a new video notification which may be coming in our next week. So till then, bye bye.